This is The Wheel of Sex with Shyla Stylez and Gianna Michaels. Girls, looking fabulous.
It's pronounced Styles, apparently.
Styles.
Don't let the spelling fool you.
You girls are very attractive.
Thank you.
I think you know that. It's great to meet hot girls who love to have sex.
Do you recognize either of these girls?
Not from this angle, per se, but perhaps. Yeah, okay.
I think one of them mugged me.
Exactly. Girls, Seth asked a good question coming in here. Do either...
Career is a full-time job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely. And that is our day job.
That's your day job. Because there must be some girls who can't make ends meet, but attractive girls like yourself, girls who know how to put out, know how to have fun. We listen to some of your...
We listen to your work.
Right. We listen to your work. You obviously know what you're doing. You're well-versed.
Which one of you fucked the nerd?
Yeah, who was fuck the nerd? That was Shyla, right?
Shyla.
That was good.
Shyla, great job.
You're cool.
Which one?
Remember, which nerd did you fuck? One of your movies we just played, I don't know if you remember it, it's where you had sex with a nerd.
The movie Nerd Fucker?
All right.
Nerd Fucker 6.
It was, you let the nerd eat your vagina. Do you remember this movie at all? You don't even remember it.
You know what? It's not that I don't remember. It's that I think she could agree with me. There's a lot of times where they don't even know what they're going to call the title of the scene that you're going to be doing.
You get called in, you do the scene,
company.
You knock it out, and then you don't even... Do you ever watch your own films? Do you girls watch your own films?
Yes, and porn in general. I do.
Yeah, I get the feeling Shyla does not.
I do, but only up to a certain point.
Right.
I just want to make sure that when I go on the road and I'm going to bring movies with me, when I feature and stuff, that the quality's good and something I want to put out too.
I never put down what you girls do for a living because I love beating off to porn, and I think every guy in here does.
Yeah.
Seth is a big movie star, and yet you admit it, and I appreciate you admitting that you love to beat off too.
Do people not? Do people come on and deny that they like to beat off to
Why
porn?
else?
David Carradine denied.
Oh, shit! He did. You think I'm joking? David Carradine, who you know how he died, he denied he did porn, and I'll tell you, a lot of guys. Harrison Ford insists he doesn't watch porn.
Really?
I guarantee.
I believe Harrison Ford, but I don't watch porn.
What? What'd you say?
I still love watching porn.
You do. You'll watch
I do.
other women, and will you masturbate to it?
Definitely.
Yes. Well, you are both very attractive girls, and I love that you're going to spin the wheel of sex. Now, girls, you know how this works.
Okay. I don't know.
You spin the wheel. I'll explain it to you.
You spin the wheel of sex and you're fucking nerd.
We have.
Bring it on then. Which one of you?
Is that going to be you? Is that going to be you?
Just throw a rock whoever you hit.
Girls, are we terrible nerds? I mean, we're the kind of guys that can't get lucky with you, right? I mean, aside from the fame and all that, I mean, you wouldn't give us a second look, most of us here.
I don't mess with men that are in relationships, so
Right.
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Shyla, what about you? You would never look at a guy like myself.
I would, actually, because I like the strong, silent type.
You do. Well, there's nothing silent or strong about me.
He's on the radio for a living.
I was talking about Howard. How about all of you guys?
So you
the
like
other
you like the direct opposite of Howard.
Gianna Michaels, you've been in porn 4.5 years, and amazingly, and I've heard this about you, and I can't even believe it, that before you got into porn, you were like a secretary somewhere.
Yeah.
And the first time you ever gave somebody a blowjob was on film. You never even put out in your private life.
Okay, I put out once, like I gave head one time, but it was not the best experience. It was very awkward. So it's like actually getting down and fucking slobbing it up and everything like that was on a film, truthfully.
And you're so good at it now because I was even listening to one of your blowjobs. I mean, your mouth is all wet.
I heard somebody say they don't like sloppy blowjobs. Who was
I don't.
that?
That was me. But
Oh, was that
I
you?
mean, I like
Okay.
receiving them. I don't like listening to them. I like hearing them. I like giving them.
As long as, if it was
Yeah.
your dick, though, then
If it was
you
my
would
dick, I'd be
definitely
happy.
not be complaining.
Oh,
right.
I
if it was
understand,
sloppy.
yeah. Yes,
Okay.
The first time I gave a blowjob was in L.A. County, and it is
Right.
awkward.
George,
Yeah, it is.
hey, George.
imagine.
Was it on film too?
George, when you blow a guy, are you sloppy about it? Do you make a lot of wet noises? And
I do.
You do.
I do.
You make it very well.
I pictured him being tidy about it.
Yeah, right. I thought you'd
Yeah.
be more clean about it. You know?
Sure, yeah, clean, but very wet.
Very wet.
As clean as you can be with as clean as you can be with a guy's jizz all over your face.
And you said also, Gianna, the
It
first
doesn't
time.
have to go on your face. You can swallow it, sweetheart.
Yeah, and by the way, sorry.
You gotta try that one next
Artie
time.
obviously doesn't swallow.
Sorry, I don't swallow.
And Gianna, I mean, you also say that the first porn you did, you never even heard of porn.
I never really watched it or anything like that. I was very, naive in regards to sex and stuff like that before I got into the adult industry, and definitely hadn't seen much of it or anything like that until, like, I didn't even know Chatsworth was like fucking porn capital, and I lived like a block away. You know what I mean?
So you were sequestered, and
how did she get into it if she knew so little?
A suitcase pimp, sweetheart. Walking to work. I was walking to work one day, and somebody pulled over and said, "You want to be a model?" And then fucking modeling turned into nude modeling. And hey, you know, if you let him slide this in your vagina, you'll get paid a little more and all that. It just kind of...
Yeah, I love guys. Guys always figure out a way.
It's a good line. It's a subtle way of putting it. Let's just say
that's how I got into radio. That's how I got into radio.
If someone wants to make another $10 today,
and now the one thing you won't do in porn is you say cream pies. I don't even know what that is.
Cream pie is like you let a dude fucking come inside you. I'm just not cool with it.
Let a dude come inside of you.
Yeah,
you're not cool with that. You knew what a cream pie was?
Yeah, it's like a genre.
Is it really? Are you into that genre?
No, I mean, to me it's what the ladies do after the cream pie that kind of grosses me out a little bit.
What do you mean?
It comes back out and then they play with it.
Can't be that much of a problem if you know everything about it.
I mean, I just like to do the groundwork.
Obviously,
I'm not saying.
He was doing research.
I like to make educated comments.
Gianna, you say you are a big fan of Seth's. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've seen some of his movies and stuff like that, and I definitely say fucking funny, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Gianna,
very entertaining.
I always say this about Seth. He's been with his girlfriend a long time. He's a very loyal guy, good guy. I like him a lot. But,
I respect that about a man.
But I'm sure his mind is wandering now and saying, boy, I bet you, Gianna, if I was single, maybe I could get her tonight.
I don't think he's saying that, because if he's in a committed relationship that he's happy with, he's not even thinking that.
If he was single, though, he might have a shot with you, right?
He's not single, you know what I mean?
If he was single, I'm giving you a hypothetical situation. If he was single...
You can answer honestly. It's okay.
I don't want to turn this into Entourage. What if he says no?
No, it would not turn into something like that.
do you find his ugliness oddly fascinating?
I don't think he's ugly.
Especially in Blu-ray.
I don't think he's... I don't
like
think
the way
he's
he
ugly.
looks.
You know what I mean? It's like... It's same with, like, industry, and I'm sure Shyla can agree. Like, there's a lot of guys, maybe they're not so physically attractive, but they're very sexual.
But their dicks are gigantic.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with their dicks being gigantic. It just generally has to do with them having this sexuality behind them that makes them so attractive or sexual that it's fucking amazing.
Seth, are you feeling pressure in your films that you might have to show your penis because of the new thing like Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, fuck, dicks are in now. Now dicks are on the... It must have been the first time you guys saw like two dicks in an asshole or something like that.
Would you show your penis on film if it was funny?
If it was funny.
Yeah. You would do it.
I mean, I would never... I don't want to say no now, and then you're looking at my dick in 2 years calling me a hypocrite. So, I mean, I might... There's a chance.
Right. It's acting. Exactly. Show business.
If I could write a punchline on it.
All right.
Got to pay the bills.
And Shyla, you are so beautiful. You, of course, have been in over 170 films. You're a very, very sexy girl. I was on your website the other night, but I'm not going to plug your website yet until you spin the wheel of sex. That's how it works. Then I'll plug the hell.
Story
Those
of
are
the
the rules, right?
Oh,
how Shyla got into the business?
Well, I'll tell you all about Shyla, what I know about Shyla. First of all, in addition to doing 170 films, Shyla, the one thing she will not do in porn, just like you won't do cream pie. Will you do cream pies, Shyla?
I have.
You have. All right.
Under my own restrictions.
All right. You will not take facial cum shots. Is that true?
That's right.
What's going on there? Why no facial cum shot?
Because I've never done it, and since I think my first BJ, I've always swallowed. I didn't want to make a mess. What else are you going to do with it?
Gianna's looking at you like you're crazy.
There's a lot of pride that comes along with that. It's like I worked hard for that, and there's a certain turn on with me. I like to swallow it.
You do.
It's mine.
Johnny, you would take a shot in the face, right?
I don't know.
I would, but I get exactly what she's saying. I mean, some people do it. I don't even want to go there because I'm sure that can turn into a whole different conversation. But I get what she's saying.
During
she's
a
not
cream
comfortable
pie,
with it.
During a cream pie, what are your restrictions?
Not saying I'm going to do another one. It's just I know my cycle as a woman.
Right.
And there's a lot less risk. There's plan B. Morning after pill. There's certain ways that you can, I think, handle it.
Right.
And just knowing how to do it technically right.
That's not sexy at all.
No. This is a business.
I've done it.
Yes.
I'm not saying I'm going to do it again, but yeah, I've done it. But I've done it.
You did double anal, right? Did you do double anal?
Did you do double anal?
You did double anal. 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 You
Maybe.
Wow.
What is Plan C?
Do we go up the alphabet?
What is